In this episode, supermarket, supercars, supercharged super sedans, super fast, super speeders. Welcome to episode 103 of the Weird Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rowell, I have a story for you.
Oh, what you got?
I have a buddy who manages a Publix around here, which is a local grocery store. Pretty well-known one. It's known for customer service. And we have a local one around here, around our little country club. And we know that the country club has nice cars in it.
Country club has country club folks.
Yes. We're talking really nice cars. Many Lamborghinis, many Ferraris, probably Koenigsegg's, probably everything you can imagine. Yes. Apparently, if you're going to get a fancy new car, where would be an ideal spot to take acquisition of this car?
At your home.
Okay. What if the truck that is bringing it to you does not fit through small streets?
Well, then an empty parking lot somewhere.
Okay. You probably don't want to do this out in the open because you would gain attention.
Sure.
Right? If you had a fancy new car, you would want to do it in a spot where people weren't going to see it.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I agree.
So apparently, where people get their cars delivered, if you live in our fancy country club around here, is behind Publix.
What?
Behind it.
What?
My buddy walked out the back door of Publix, and sure enough, there's a Pagani Huayra rolling off a truck being delivered.
What?
Right behind their store.
That's
and
where you go to be a doofus with doing donuts.
Yeah, normally. Or steal pallets, right?
Correct. Those are the two reasons you're behind Publix.
No, it is to acquire your many multi-million-dollar Zonda.
Huayra.
But yes. Huayra, yes. Yes.
Damn.
Crazy.
That's kind of a cool spot. Do you know which one he saw?
So I believe the one that he saw was this one.
Oh, that's the one we've seen.
We have seen this one.
Because that one lives locally.
Indeed.
And it would make sense because I know this car has been driven and shipped all around the country.
Yes. Apparently it's not the first time this happened. It was the first time that he has seen it. But the other manager there was like, oh yeah, I just got to sit in this couple $1 million supercar. Not the first time they've done it. They do it all the time, actually. And I was like, oh. Well, that's interesting.
I mean, it makes sense because just out of the door of that Publix, there's a very long country road.
Yes. And as far as I understand, the truck brings it to behind Publix, and then they will offload the vehicle there, and then the driver of the truck or the driver of someone else will take the car from that point to the house. Yes. So the person who owns the car probably doesn't have to go behind Publix, but they do the last mile from behind Publix. Kind of interesting.
That is an interesting way to do that.
It kind of makes sense, though, when you think about it.
It does. If you can't fit a big truck with a trailer,
right,
you sort it out.
Right. But to have...
What a car.
Yeah. To have...
And I love that car so much.
Cool stuff.
Can dig it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I actually had some seat time in something exciting.
Okay.
Which is maybe now my favorite, daily driver fun car. A buddy of mine just picked up a used Audi S4, the B8, so 10-ish years old.
Okay. In
a manual transmission. And this car had the supercharged V6.
Ooh.
He gave me a chance to drive it.
Yeah.
And I am now a child, but I've always been a child, but I'm now definitely a child with that supercharger. It is the most childish, fun thing I can do. It just whines.
So this is what you drove.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And how was the whine? Was it high pitch, low pitch?
It was high pitched.
And
it's going to get higher because it's going to do some mods. But I went past a couple cyclists, and I thought, I could do this in fifth, but I'm going to do it in third instead. And then I gave it the beans, and then...
It's such a unique sound.
I just giggled every single time. And, you could change gears and eliminate some whine if you change gears short. But I thought, listen, just It's just the most childish noise ever.
A turbo, when it does the torque, it comes in, if it's like a big turbo on a small engine, it comes in like a brick wall, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, here's all the torque. Did that do that?
No.
It just rolled up.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's exactly the superchargerness of it.
Right.
It didn't feel turbo. It felt supercharged.
Right.
It did exactly that, where it was just a smooth, constant, increasing power. It just was cool.
And noise.
And a hell of a noise. And I was very shocked at how quick that car actually was.
Oh, really?
I wasn't expecting it to hook that quickly for a mostly stock S4. I mean, I briefly looked down, and all of a sudden I was doing a speed that I shouldn't have been doing on a road I shouldn't have been doing it on. And I went, okay, I'm going to use the slow down pedal.
Yeah.
Because that can end poorly very quickly. It was shockingly quick.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. And apparently this S4 is very mod friendly. With a few small mods, it's 500 horsepower.
Oh, boy.
With a few small mods. Not like insane, huge overhauling everything, but a few small mods. Apparently this car is very likable for that and turns into a 500 horsepower monster of a daily driving four-door sedan with a manual transmission. Ah!
Right. Most people that do have these that are enthusiasts have modded them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's maybe now my favorite, like, daily driving, comfortable, but hoon yourself around, do everything, all things to all man.
It'd be a great daily.
It was so much fun.
Fantastic.
I was so surprised at how much fun I had with that little car. I wasn't expecting to have that much fun with it. I thought, well, it's an S4. It's cool. It's neat. I like it, but how much fun can it really be? Until I hear that supercharger. I just, if you have a turbo, you make blow-off valve noises every single time you shift. If you have a supercharger, you have to make supercharger noises every single time. It's just too much fun.
Neato.
For sure. So that's what I got to spend some time in.
Cool. While you were out and about, did you see anything?
I did. My spot of the week goes to a car that we've already seen. But we've seen it in a car show setting, so it kind of doesn't count.
Okay.
But I did see it just driving down the road. And more importantly, I heard it driving down the road.
Ah.
And it was the red Lamborghini Aventador SV Super Veloce that we've seen at Cars and Coffee.
Yes.
Yeah.
How'd it sound?
Oh. Eargasmic.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So good.
Probably one of the best sounding Lamborghinis. The SVs are ridiculously good sounding.
Mm-hmm. With the big naturally aspirated V12. Oh.
I'm struggling to think of a car that sounds better.
Carrera GT.
It's opinionated, but sure.
No. No. It does sound like an F1 V10 era car because it is a naturally aspirated V10.
Okay.
So that's why the Carrera GT, in my opinion.
The SV's a V8?
V12.
Missing many cylinders there.
Yes.
A ripping V12. Whoa.
But yeah, I saw and heard this, and I was like, oh, that's instantaneously my favorite thing I've seen all week.
Yep.
Fantastic. Love that car
and
so much.
The red rims work, the red and black, the red paint. Do the yellow calipers work?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
it's just enough pop to make it work.
Yeah. It had to be bold.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was fine.
Yeah.
Cool spot.
So that's my spot of the week. Have you seen anything, my friend?
I have.
What did you see?
So, a couple honorable mentions. Your classic red Ferrari California.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. Simple. Yep. Simple. Silver wheels. The beige interior. No problems there.
I bet you it had a brake recall.
It probably did. You can check that out in the news segment. But there was a dark gray Bentley Continental. I think it looked pretty good. It was a matte dark gray. I think it worked on it. It was going the other way. Didn't get a super good look at it. And then I also saw, I think it was a 911 GTS Cabriolet. And then I sent you a picture of it, and you were like, no, You're terrible at Porsches. So what is this?
It's a 911 Targa 4 GTS. It's not a cabriolet.
It's not a cabriolet.
Correct.
Why is it not a cabriolet?
The entire roof does not come down.
Okay.
And more specifically, it's a 991.2 Targa 4 GTS.
Is that the newest?
No.
Oh.
The newest is the 992 Targa 4 GTS. They also made the regular Targa 4. They made the Targa 4S.
Am I the only one who can't keep up with all of these?
No, I think if you're not... No. You can't be the only one that can't keep
There's
up.
no way.
Because there's a lot of different 911s.
Too many. Way too many.
Which flavor of 911 would you like? You know, it's funny you sent me that. Because I saw an identical car of that in a different spec that I think looked better than yours.
Oh? What was that?
Miami blue.
I agree.
With a silver Targa hoop.
Blue with silver.
Very good.
That would work.
And it
'Cause
had
you'd have
silver
the black
wheels. The
contrasting.
wheels were silver
Yep.
as well. And yellow carbon ceramic brake calipers.
That would work.
But I love that car.
So where does this car fit in the Porsche hierarchy? Is this middle of the road Porsche?
Upper middle.
Upper middle.
Because middle is vast.
Okay.
There's a lot of middles. You get the lower middle, you get the middleest middle, or you get the upper middle.
And then the upper.
Then the upper, right?
Okay.
This is the upper middle.
Okay. How much are these going for?
What
What would a new one of those have cost?
I will tell you.
It's my ballpark, 127.
No.
More?
$156 and change.
Oh boy. Okay.
You could buy a used one for $127.
Yeah, but the used market's still pretty hot for those.
Everything's hot right now. Are you kidding?
Right.
The black is hot.
Yes, it is. So that's my spot that I thought was another car, not even close.
I'll let that one slide.
I can't handle all the naming
I'll
conventions.
let
I
that one
can't
slide.
do it.
I'll let it slide.
I petition, they go down to like 4 models. Just 4 models. Just keep it simple.
They can't do that.
SEXY. Simple, sexy, Tesla.
Oh
easy.
my God.
It's
All
so
right.
easy.
Musk fanboy. Jesus.
It is easy.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's also dumb.
Yes, it's childish for sure. Yes.
But I can't fault childish. I'm a child. So I get it.
Since you are a child, do you have a childish I wish they would have?
I kind of do, actually.
Great.
I wish the United States of America had an Autobahn. A fully, truly unrestricted travel road route.
I agree. But would it work in America?
No.
No. No way.
No.
That's why we don't have one.
It would be great. I wish they did it, but they're not going to.
So I believe that there are sections out west, like Montana, the Dakotas, Texas, like West Texas,
Wyoming.
where it's 90 miles an hour is the speed limit, 80 or 90. And let's be real, like, who's out there policing that?
Fair.
It's basically the Autobahn. And from what I've heard, my parents were just out west, and my mom came back saying there was a Corvette Corral that was hauling at like 120, 130 past their bus.
I believe it.
I believe it as well. So there might not be a specific Autobahn where it's wide open, but there are certainly areas that you can go wide open.
Looks like I'm moving to Montana.
I could see you fitting well out there.
Hey, I'd take it for sure. So that's my wish I would have. I wish the U.S. had an Autobahn. Do you, sir, have an I wish they would have?
Yes.
What you got?
So you know how we're moving into this EV transition here?
Some of us are.
Okay, well, the people are. Anyway, the industry in general is, you dinosaur. So as we move into that, battery percentage is going to be more and more important, right?
Mm-hmm.
And normally in an EV, you look at the battery percentage and you go, oh, I have 80% left in my range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish that ICE cars had battery percentage.
For like your actual battery?
Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Internal combustion engine car's battery. You use it to start the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we all know in hot states, in cold states. If it's not perfect weather, the battery dies in a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. And I wish that it showed you how good the life of the battery was as a battery percentage.
I like that.
It's so easy.
I like that a lot.
It's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
Show me how much voltage I have left on my battery. Turn that into a percentage that anybody can understand. Display it wherever you want. Doesn't matter. Just show it.
I like that.
Because the problem is they don't show it, and you get stuck on the side of the road when your battery is not charged and you can't start the car. It's so annoying.
And then you're doomed.
It's an easy solution to a problem that shouldn't exist.
I agree. I like that a lot, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
So, is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Cool. So thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please drop a comment on the video. What do you wish they would have? Do you think we should have battery percentage on our ICE cars or not? Or an Autobahn? I think we should, but that's just me. Now, while you're there on YouTube, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. We would be so grateful for that. And if you're on audio, which you might be as well, don't forget to leave a 5-star rating and a review on your platform of choice. Your Apples, your Googles, and Spotifys, and whatnot. Now, you know you're on social. We're on social. Follow us. We got some entertaining stuff. Maybe you'll see a two-step in Supra. Maybe you'll see a Koenigsegg. Something. But our socials are Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is We Are Auto _ YouTube is We Are Auto. And our amazing website with a catalog of some of our favorite race series is weareauto.io. So please make sure you check it out and create a profile. That way you can save your progress with which races you're watching. So again, that's it. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.